Good morning class. Welcome to the physics practical class. Here we are going to see the first practical. Before going to the first practical, see this is the lab manual for your class 12th. You are having the rule papers. You just have to note down the first and the second practical together because I will be making the video in this week. So in a single week you have to do the two practicals and the offline students have completed the two practicals. So here it is the first practical. You can say what this is the object. You can write it as aim also. Second is the apparatus required. You should write apparatus required. Second thing theory, circuit diagram, procedure, and then you also have to draw this diagram also, and then the observations, and in the calculation you have to done in the graph, because in the first practical the calculation is only for the graph. Okay, so this is what the practical is. Now before going to the practical, we will see what the practical's aim is. It is to determine the resistance per centimeter of a given wire by plotting a graph for the potential difference versus current, right? So what does it mean? That we are taking our instrument, or we are taking any of the wire of an alloy. The wire should be of an alloy. Here in the practical lab we will be using a nichrome wire, and you have to find the resistance of that wire. So we are taking out the unknown resistance, but here it is written that by potential difference versus current. And what does it mean? That potential difference versus current is given by the Ohm's law. So we are verifying the Ohm's law as well as we are determining the resistance of that wire per centimeter. What does it mean per centimeter? That is, if the resistance is found by the practical, then you can just divide the value of the length of the wire by the standard resistance, then you will get the resistance per centimeter. Now what this Ohm's law was? We know that the potential difference across any of the conductor is directly proportional to the current flowing through it. So V is directly proportional to I, and for the proportionality constant, the R will come, where R is the constant of proportionality, and this R is said to be the resistance. So here the resistance value will be V upon I. Okay, so for the potential difference you can use battery eliminator, that you will provide the battery to the terminal by giving some volt, because the battery unit is given by the volt. I will be showing the apparatus now, just understand. After that I will be showing you. And here you can find the resistance of the unknown wire. And in the apparatus, see what is given, that is a resistance wire, that is any wire which will be continued. We have to connect it in the voltmeter. Okay, so we are taking a wire which to have, I have to find the unknown resistance. And the second thing, a voltmeter is used, an ammeter, and battery eliminator, a rheostat, meter scale just to measure the length of the wire, and second thing, one-way key, connecting wires, and the piece of sandpaper. And the piece of sandpaper is required to sharp out the ends of the copper wire. Okay, so whether it is needed or not is an optional part. So now see the circuit diagram, that we have to connect a diagram like this itself. Okay, so we are connecting the instruments and the way as it is given in the circuit diagram. Firstly, the apparatus, see what are the apparatus required. Here firstly it is given as a resistance wire. So we will take a wire which may be of any length, and you have to find it with the help of the meter scale. This is what the wire is. This is made of an alloy, that is a nichrome. This will be connected to the voltmeter as shown in the diagram, that the wire is connected, resistance wire is connected parallel to the voltmeter. So we will be connecting this wire parallel to the voltmeter. This is the wire to which we have to find out the resistance. And secondly, what is required? A voltmeter. You know voltmeter and the ammeter. See here, this is a voltmeter and this is an ammeter. This red one shows you the positive terminal and the black one will show the negative terminal of the ammeter. And here it is shown the voltmeter, which is used for measuring the potential difference. Okay, so this here also the red one will show you the positive terminal, the black one will be showing you the negative terminal. Here this white threads are on the wire are the connecting wires itself, and this wire will be made of the copper, and for the insulation the threads are used here. Okay, because the wires which you are using at the home are of insulating by a plastic, right? Red, black, blue, green wires you are used to see, but here the insulating is done with the help of a threads. So these are the two instruments, that is ammeter which is used to measure the current, and voltmeter which is used to measure the potential difference. And similarly, the next the apparatus is battery eliminator. This is the battery eliminator which will provide the voltage to the instrument. So here this is the on switch. If you are keeping it on, you can find out the battery eliminator, right? If you on the switch, you will get a light here, so you can say that this is on, and by keeping it on you can just set the volt whatever you need it, like 2 volt, 4 volt, 6 volt, 8, 10. You just have to rotate the knob and you will be getting the particular potential at what you have to give to the instrument. And similarly, one-way key is required. This is a key, so try to see it without the thread, okay, because now the connection is done, so it is shown with the thread itself, but it is a one-way key. Why it is said one way? Because there is only one key is there, and you have seen key is on, then only the current flows, and key is off, then the current does not flow, and it is on, it means it should be like this, and if it is off, then we have to take out this pin, okay. So this is off. Now if you have to show the practical, and it have to be on, so it will be kept like this, okay. So this is a one-way key because one plug is there, and the two-way key there will be two or the three plugs, okay. So this is the voltmeter, ammeter, one-way key, and the battery limiter. Now we will seeing the rheostat. This is the rheostat. You know the variable resistance, right? We can vary the resistance by moving this coil. By moving this, we can just find out the different resistance. So we can vary the resistance with the help of this, because if you take a resistance wire, simple wire of 2 ohm or 3 ohm, you will be having particular 3 ohm or the 2 ohm resistance itself. But if you are taking the rheostat, we can change the resistance for the practicals. So we can just change this by moving the knob. Okay, so there are different coils on the rheostat. If you just move it, you just cut the resistance. So we get the different resistance here. Okay, when you just move it, you just cutting the coil, so you will get the different resistance. Okay, so here there are the two connections for the rheostat, that is, one is given by this one. It is not positive negative, but only the resistance will have this connection as well as the this connection. So wire will be connected to this end, and along with this wire will be this end also. Okay, but you have to start the connection by this itself. You have to start from here itself. Okay, now you will see the connection and we will be doing the connection. See here what it is given, that the battery eliminator is positive, and remember for any device the red will be the positive and black will be the negative. So here it is given the battery given by the positive terminal is connected to the ammeter's positive terminal. See, this is the ammeter and this is the positive terminal. So you just have to connect this positive terminal, you just have to lose it, and you have to tie the copper wire in it, and then you have to tighten it. Then again you just have to take the wire and have to connect it to the positive terminal of the battery element. You just have to lose it and have to tie over here. Okay, so by tying it you can fix the wire, and again you have to rotate it so that it becomes the tight connection. Okay, so just rotate it till it become tight. Okay, so now you have to open the black one, that is the negative terminal. Now see what's the negative terminal of the battery is connected to. It is connected to the key. So here it is the key. The negative terminal will be connected to the key. So we will be taking a wire from the key and it will be connected to the negative terminal. So we are connecting this to the negative terminal and we have to rotate, but try that on rotating the thread should not come in between because it will give the resistance more. So we are taking the copper wire and we are taking it, rotating it the knob so that it become tight. So by connecting it, what we get, that the ammeter's positive terminal is connected to the battery's positive and battery's negative terminal is connected to the key. Now the next thing, the key is connected to the rheostat. So here the key is second wire because one is went to the battery's negative terminal, but now this key second one will be going to the rheostat. So we have seen that it is connected to the rheostat. Okay, now what the rheostat next end goes to, it moves to the resistance wire or the voltmeter, because the resistance wire is connected to the voltmeter. Resistance wire is not a device, so it is connected to the voltmeter's negative terminal. So rheostat, this is the end and we are connecting this end to the voltmeter's negative terminal, that is black. We are connecting it to the black, and here the voltmeter's positive terminal is connected to the ammeter's negative terminal. So voltmeter's positive, this is the wire connected to the positive terminal, is connected to the ammeter's negative terminal. So the connection had been done, but the extra thing was unknown resistance wire which is connected to the parallel to the voltmeter. So this is the voltmeter and we have taken a wire parallel to that of the voltmeter.